Are you ready? Because I know I'm ready. Are you ready to get hype as fuck?
Hype as fuck.
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 Hype AF.
Get hyped as fuck.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Skyman is tapping the fuck in.
And if you haven't heard already, hype as fuck, baby. Let's go.
What up, what up? Welcome to another episode of Get Hype AF podcast. I am your host, Mad Wack Jackson. We are running into a little bit of technical difficulties, which is why we are running a little late, but we do got things going, and we do have our guest with us today. So without wasting any more time, our guest is from another member. Oh no. We don't have audio, but we do, video, but we do have audio. But with us is Gnoledge Born, and we are live, my man, just so you know.
Oh, we live?
We are live, and we can hear you, but we cannot see you.
Oh, look, like I say, I'm still having these technical difficulties on this side.
Yeah, it is apparently not a good day for Hype Podcast. We're running into issue after issue over here. You're all good, man, though. We got you. Take your time. See if you can figure it out. No worries. We're good. Give the people some time. If you're watching this, go ahead, share it out. Tag your friends. Let them know that this is not connected to the event. So anyone that you know, share this out. Let them know that we are live and we are here. Redirect them to the podcast.
See me like, damn, they can't even see a G, bro. That's crazy. They can't even see me, bro. The universe be tripping on me, man. They been tripping like.
If you want to try to back out and come back in, I'll still be here, and we can try that if you want.
They got me fucked up, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, it's funny to the viewers watching. We were just tested behind the scenes, and we were good to go.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
Cool. And I can't even hear you either. Like, I can't even hear you either, God. That's crazy.
Oh shit. All right. Can you see the screen? Oh man, I'm confused. Let's see. You're gonna get this, guys. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. So what's everybody up to today? Who's in here? Rob? What up, Rob? Sorry I couldn't text you back. I was in the middle of a million things right when you texted me. We'll smoke some weed while we wait. Share this out. Get it popping. Got another viewer. For those tuning in, we're just waiting for my guy. We had some technical difficulties, and we're good now. Here we go.
We good.
We good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, here we go. I knew we'd get it figured out. There you go. There's your sign, Rob. Share this bitch out. Please and thank you very kindly, my man. All right, so let's jump into this now that we got you. Ladies and gentlemen, again, knowledge or knowledge born, which do you prefer?
It don't really matter. Shit. Knowledge is actually knowledge born is the whole name. It's the full name, but knowledge for short. That way you can skip right over all the syllables and all that old extra shit. So we good.
All right, so to get people familiar with you if they've never heard of you, how old are you and where do you come from?
I just had a birthday. I just turned 35. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. Um, shit, 90s kid to my heart, you know what I'm saying? Retro, everything, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I seen a lot of shit. Been around a lot of shit, did a lot of shit, probably wasn't supposed to do some of it. You know what I'm saying? And you feel me? Uh I ended up I moved away from home. I was born and raised in St. Louis, but I moved when I was around 24, about 10 years ago or so. And shit, I've been gone ever since, you know what I'm saying?
Where are you at now?
I'm in Shattering, Nebraska right now. Shit, like I kind of hate it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, you know, paying the bills. I'm staying out the way. I'm ducked off like I'm cooling. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But you know, just had a lot of shit that I had to kind of like get through. You know, it ain't been easy. I thought that once you leave a place like St. Louis, and right now, shit, it's the murder capital. I just visited back home. It's rough. It's rough, and like so for anybody that run into a person like myself and they wonder why, like, where's this fire, the aggression, the passion come from? God damn it, shit, this is it's scared man is a dead man. Like you gotta put that on. Even if you true courage and true bravery is when you even it's not the absence of fear, it's the presence of it, but you got a will to live. It's that fight or flight response. So it's like if you see me riffing and ranting type shit for real, that's you done triggered some shit. And maybe it's not all your fault, and maybe it's some shit I gotta work through too, but you know what I'm saying? That's what that was. But I had way better control back home than I did once I left because I let my guard down. And once I got out here, um, I don't know. These motherfuckers is in some ways worse than motherfuckers in the streets for real. Like high key, not even low key. It be small town, big time drama type bullshit. And I ain't got time for it. I be trying to duck off and all shit, but trouble finds a nigga like me. Trouble finds me, dog.
So you left one, it's like a whole new set of problems almost.
For sure. Uh, but that's everywhere you go. You know, like in life, you're gonna always have a set of problems. You just gotta decide which set of problems you would rather have. And I think I use the analogy of like a big fish in a small pond versus just being another big fish in the ocean where it's just more and more big fish out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that. I can see that coming. I didn't see this coming. And when you a bigger target, it's easier to hit you. It's easier to you know what I'm saying? Like to get down on
Hmm.
you. Like shit, motherfuckers, that's just what's been happening. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this EP is about. That's what the whole my name, I had to change my name, you know what I'm saying? I was Knowledge before all of this, and it didn't have the G, it was a K. It was spelt the same way, just Knowledge. And January 9th was the day that Knowledge Born was born. And it comes from this, you know, supreme mathematics, the five percenters, and partially Gnosticism. That's why it's the GNO. So it's like the one in supreme mathematics, the one is knowledge, the two is wisdom, three is understanding, so on and so forth. And the nine is born or rebirth. So if you to birth something is to bring something forth. Henceforth, if I'm knowledge and this is born, you're bringing forth knowledge, which is AKA to make something aware, to make yourself aware, to stay aware, to be aware, is to be alive. So I'm here to raise the vibration, raise the conscious level of the people. And it don't matter which chakra I choose to deal with. It could be low vibrational shit. I can get with you on that. If it's drugs, sex, violence, I can get with you. I've been around that this whole motherfucking time. I've been trying to get away from it. And then you can go to the heart chakra where it's love and it's peace, it's all this shit. I can get down with you with the intellect shit too. So it's the beginning and the end. It's the creator, the destroyer. It's the good, the bad. It's the righteousness versus evil. It's all of that. You know what I mean? It's full circle with me.
Wow. Man, you really just dropped a lot of knowledge on me just in your name alone. Like, that is some deep, I mean, that's some deep digging into just your artist name alone, man. That alone tells me a lot about you and your person just by explaining the way you spell your name and why it's spelled that way and the whole way around it. Like, that is impressive.
Thank
Props,
you.
man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That's you gotta you gotta you gotta make a name for yourself in this world, or and my fans, or my family rather. I don't even just call them fans. You know, that's short for a fanatic. I don't believe that anybody that admires my artistry or just fanatics of it. I truly believe that they connect with it and it resonate with them in a certain way, because they had to go through certain shit that I had to go through too. So I call them nobodies, but it's spelled GNO bodies, like nobodies. And it's I speak for the people that can't speak for themselves. If I got a voice, and y'all, I'm gonna just say this. Y'all fucked up when y'all gave me a voice. You know what I'm saying? When I got the opportunity to really fucking speak, I'm gonna say the shit that they scared to say, that they don't want to say, that's not politically correct. I'm gonna say the shit that everybody thinking, that everybody been feeling, but they won't fucking say it. Now, granted, I still gotta be, uh, um, I still gotta be marketable. I still gotta be, you can't just think you could just sell records because you tell the truth. Truth is offensive like a motherfucker. But I'm willing to take the risk to be at least offensive to an extent. Um, I'm willing to be offensive to that extent for the sake of telling truth, for the sake of spreading awareness and waking people up. You know what I mean? And I caught a lot of flack for that. A lot of flack for that. It is my mouth. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? It really is. I'm gonna talk it. I'm gonna say what the fuck I feel. I'm gonna say what I think, and it'll be like that. But I'm humble enough to apologize when I'm wrong and to own up to it and to take accountability. So there's that.
Respect, man. I feel the same way. I pride myself on keeping it real, man. I'm not afraid to tell you what I think it is, and just like you, I'm not afraid to admit when I might be wrong. That's
Keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Look.
so. What kind of How long have you been doing music, for one, and what got you to dip your toe in that step of life?
Um this is a long story. I'm gonna try to make it short. I've always been creative. If you ask my mom, she'll probably tell you when I was really, really small, maybe like 4 years old, I was like in my room banging on shit. She didn't know what I was saying, but I was saying something. And
I think we froze. Is it just me? Talk to me, viewers. Yep. We froze. So we're going to give it a minute, see if he comes back. We'll see what happens. I sure hope so because we're getting into some good stuff here, man. Talk about a good show. I love it when my guests have tons to talk to me about. If I'm slurring you guys, I apologize, but this is my like second bowl of the whole day, so I'm catching up. I act drunk when I'm sober, so let me not be sober and make sense of my life. All right. That's good to hear. What up, Melanie? Thanks for tuning in. Of course, Rob, thank you for tuning in. Cypher, Jake, Mr. Widow, get off of here and go work on the set, dude. All right, we got you back, homie.
All right. Bro, they is not trying to let me say this shit. God damn. Yo, shout out to Scott Manor. Shout out to Gilded Rail Records. Everybody over there on the motherfucking team. Thank y'all for the opportunity, the love, the support, everything. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the revolution will not be televised type shit. They is not gonna let me say this shit. They do not want your boy to speak, G. But last question you asked me where I got started was, you know what I'm saying, from my mom's account, just from the time I was a little kid, you know what I mean, just making songs up. By the time I was probably 9, and then them days, you know, if you in your 30s type shit, you know what I'm talking about. But we had a such thing called cassette tapes, and you would have 2 radios, and you would put a cassette tape in one and hit the record button, and you would have a beat CD or whatever it was and put it in the other. You would press play on that, and that's how you would record. You couldn't afford to mess shit up, none of that. And these were my first experiences of recording anything. But, you know, back home, you know, St. Louis was just one of those places where the culture is real heavy, is rich, tapestry, and it's deep in there. Like, it's ingrained in you, your everyday life. Like, from freestyling to you know, just the beating on the table in the cafeteria, the battling, all of that shit. By the time I was I think by the time I was 13, I had moved from the South Side, and I moved to the North St. Louis, notorious North St. Louis. And I started to really, really take it serious, and I really started to write, and I started to listen. I really started to gather these artists, from Wu-Tang Clan to Nas to Tupac to a lot of these artists were already inside my home growing up, but I listened to it from the standpoint of an artist as opposed to just a listener, just the audience at that point. And now I'm starting to look at internal rhyme schemes and syllables and punchlines, and I'm looking at the structure of a song. This by the time I was 13, I just got dictionaries, thesauruses, and then my dumb ass, I used to get I would go get the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. I would go get, you know what I'm saying? I would go get shit that, because I already knew I wanted to talk about something. I knew I wanted to bang against the system. I knew I was anti-establishment. I knew I was raging against the machine. That was always in me. I was always the militant one in my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak it. I'm going to say it. And, you know, from there, 14, 15, 16, you know, just really I was loving it. I was in love with it. And trash bags full of raps. I run out of paper, I'm writing on napkins and shit. I'm writing on the wall in my closet and shit. Of course, you can't let your mom and shit, nobody see that shit. You gotta write. Like, I'm writing all my thoughts down. Like, it was the dopest shit ever. Like, so I just started, you know, way back then, you know, around 9, I first got my, you know, first little experience with recording. You know, shout out to my brother Flame, you know what I'm saying? That's what I started with. And then by 13, shout out to my brother Dichi. That's when we really started, you know what I'm saying, getting it in. You know what I'm saying? I would go to his crib and, you know, in Walnut Park, and we'd just record. You know what I'm saying? That was just those the days, dog. Those the days. And ever since then, I ain't stopped. I ain't looked back.
That's awesome. I actually see that person you just referenced in the chat right now. DG
Like a
DG.
motherfucker. What up, DT? What
So
up,
thank
G?
you for tuning in, man. That's awesome. Nice to see where it all began right here. God, years later, man. That's incredible. 9.
Yeah, it's been a long motherfucking journey. It's been a long ass journey, and it's been crazy, and it's been, that's the thing about the journey, though. You know what I'm saying? When you on the journey, you looking at the destination, but when you reach the destination, now all you doing is looking at the journey, and all you can do is look back. So I'm soaking it all in. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking it all in, just as humble as I can, but I ain't gonna, I'm just not gonna be pussy about it. I'm just, if I run into resistance, I'm a resist it with everything I got. I'm a revolutionary to my heart.
So you've already named a few, but can you kind of narrow it down and tell us who some of your biggest musical inspirations are?
Um, shit. Uh, okay, we'll do it in categories. Most impactful and influential for me was, of course, Tupac. And then you got like a DMX, you get like a Ice Cube, you get a Scarface. That's all like, it's that. Oh, and you got to throw Wayne in there. 02, 03, 04, Wayne. You're not touching this motherfucker. Like he in a category on his own. From lyricism, I would go with, of course, you got to go with Mr. Marshall Mathers himself. Anybody that say that the dude ain't got it, they hating, man. They eating dick. All right, they smoking dicks out here, because the dude he had the setup, and of course you got, now me personally, I would prefer Royce the 5'9" over Eminem. That's an unpopular opinion, but I just like the way Royce pieced his shit up. Of course, Cassidy. You could go get Beans. You could go get Jada. You could go get um and Method Man, you know what I'm saying? Redman, that whole shit. That's just within the lyricism part of it. You know what I'm saying? Black Thought, you know what I'm saying? Most Def, Talib Kweli, these type of motherfuckers that's these high intellect. Like, what the fuck did he just say, bro? You know what I'm saying? It'll confuse you, it'll fuck you up, you won't even know. And then you get real vibey, swaggy kind of, it's just a vibe for him. You know what I'm saying? It's just straight to the point, just real. That's when you go with like people like 50. You'll get Tip, you know what I'm saying? T.I. You'll go get Boosie, you know what I'm saying? Webby, them niggas, they was definitely big, you know what I'm saying? Gucci, that was like the Mount Rushmore at that time. It was Boosie, Webby, Gucci, Gotti. It was them motherfuckers. They was, and if y'all know what I'm talking about in the chat, you know what I'm saying, leave a fire emoji out this motherfucker. If y'all was in that era, y'all know what we talking about, man. But so it was just that, it was the impact, lyricism, and overall style. You know what I'm saying? Overall just style and just poise and the way that they just throw that shit on. You know what I'm saying? It's like anybody could wear a white t-shirt, but you can't wear a white t-shirt like that motherfucker wear one. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. But just to name a few artists, you know what I mean? I grew up on it all. I'm a student of the game. I studied everybody. It's not much of anybody that I don't really, that I don't study or whatever. But, we named the Kendricks and the J. Coles and the Drakes and all of that shit. But ain't nobody really mentioning like Joey Badass. Ain't nobody mentioning Big Crit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, and I left Lupe Fiasco out of the lyricism shit too. Oh my God. Lupe over all of that shit, honestly. But ain't nobody mentioning, as far as the new era go, you know, just people that's able to get in and out of that fucking pocket. You know what I mean? That can do the swag shit, but they could also do the lyricism shit, and they could still be impactful at the same time. And all of this has helped shape me as an artist, to just be able to push my pen. So
Yeah, it's pretty clear that you are very knowledgeable in the music that you follow all the way down. I mean, it's not just I listen to it, that sounds cool, but you actually, like, it's almost comparable to a sports player when you go and you break it down after a game.
yeah,
Like, you break
absolutely.
that shit
Straight up.
down.
Straight up and down. That's the game. That's, as an MC, this is why, like, a lot of people will ask, why is it that in hip hop we can't do certain things in our genre that other genres do? Like, because this is a fucking blood sport. If you can't take the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen. This is a blood sport. We MCs. When you call yourself an MC, that is, it's in that category. Or you could call yourself a rapper, which is if you just rapping, I'm just talking shit. I'm popping my shit. That's it. Now that shit it really don't hold no weight. Now it's marketable, you can sell it, it's sensationalized, it's monetized and all that other shit. But it's, you just partying and fucking and all of that shit, but it's not shaping no minds. It's not so impactful on the youth like a motherfucker like Immortal Technique can do that. You know what I mean? Like, we can do that shit, but when you a MC, this is a blood sport. I want you to feel this shit when I say it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just my this ain't just some shit that I could just say on record. I'm literally fucking living everything that I'm saying in these records and these songs. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I can say it so passionately. I can't just turn the shit on and turn it off. I can't. This is me. This is how I'm living. This is how I'm, you know what I'm saying? This is how I'm vibing. This is my shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's MC is totally different for anybody out there that get that shit confused. It truly is. And you got ageism in this game. There's nepotism in this game. Gatekeepers. Hello. And if you gatekeepers suck a dick, if I ever run into you, I'm gonna punch you in your shit. Cause y'all let them hoe ass, whatever. But it's all kind of isms that go with the schisms in this game, and you gonna run into them if you real and if you authentic, and if you know what I'm saying, if you genuine about it, especially when you care about your art. So, and I care. I'm an artist. I'm real sensitive about my shit.
Hell yeah. Shit. All right, so I guess that's kind of a good lead into this question. Out of your own personal collection of music that you've made, what is your favorite song that you've done?
Shit. Right now, I could tell you, and it's a song that I haven't released yet, but it's called When You Get Time. And it's just based off of what I've been going through, you know what I'm saying, for like the past year or so, and like all the songs y'all hear on the EP is literally, because this was like a 20-30 song process. Like with any project that I do, I'm writing, I'm making a bunch of beats, and I'm just locked in. So it's gonna be dozens and dozens of songs, so that when they come out, all of the songs that come out are literally my favorites out of those dozens and dozens. And then out of that, it depends. Like if it's racing, it's because I'm pissed the fuck off. If it's hope, it's because I'm feeling gracious today. You know what I'm saying? If it's more money, it's because I'm feeling like, I'm getting after a bag today. But and
You're actually leading me into another one of my questions. So before you get too far into this, I kind of want to ask, because I feel like you're about to almost answer. So, do you have out of your collections, which of your songs for you brings up the most emotion, whether as it was like you were just saying, happy, sad, which one out of your collection just brings up the biggest emotion, no matter what it is for you?
Shit, that's a good question, dog. You kind of stumped me on that one, because shit, racing, I was like, that's just rage. That's pure rage. This EP was supposed to be dark. It was supposed to be violent. It was supposed to be vengeful. Hope was a turning point, though, because I didn't want people to just look at my image and say Gnoledge Born is just this rah 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 motherfucker. I'm a human being. You know what I mean? So hope I cried the whole time writing every single line in that song. I cried on literally every single song on this EP, and including racing. I was in my fucking drawers in my living room, I'm doing them races basically, and I'm in this motherfucker bawling, crying, get drunk, high to the motherfucker, screaming at 2 a.m. in this bitch. And but Hope You Know was just such a turning point. It's a powerful fucking song. And it's just to remind you, you know, like it don't matter how hard it get, you can just remember who you are. Don't forget where you came from and how far you came. Like you still got a long way to go. Sure, we all do, or Lord willing. But the fight ain't over. You know what I'm saying? Like the it's like you got to get to it and not let it get to you. I'm gonna say that again. You got to get to it and not let it get to you. And that's when I just, okay. And then I had to go back and rewrite Race, and I had to cut half the song off. And like, cause the rest of that shit was, the rest of that shit was crazy. And probably would have got canceled or some shit before I even got started. But Hope You Know was a serious turning point for me, you know. And so I'm gonna say that. And When You Get Time is a very, very close second, even though When You Get Time is my favorite song right now because of everything that I'm going through. Sorry if I'm being long-winded, but like
Not at all.
I fuck with this EP because of what it represents for me, and I'm literally in the thick of it still. This is my Me Against the World era. This is my It's Dark and Hell is Hot era. This is my Death Certificate era. This is it's time to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a war. And shit, I'm not fucking. You better carry me out on my shield. I ain't backing down. Sorry, not sorry. Tell him I said eat a dick. But yeah, that was, you know, just to answer your question though. Hope You Know was that, you know, it was that for me.
This is a new one for me on my show. We have someone asking you a question on Twitch.
What's that?
Is Gnoledge Born afraid that if he keeps his lyrics too real, the hip hop police will come and get him? Kind of
no.
an odd question.
Tell him. The answer is hell fucking no. I understand something, and this is in the spirit of Malcolm X. This is in the spirit of Huey Newton, Fred Hampton. This is in the spirit of all our freedom fighters that lost their lives, the children, the youth, you know what I'm saying, the Stokely Carmichaels and all of them, you know what I'm saying, that lost their lives. Like, you gonna die for something in this world, and I'm not being morbid when I say that. This is very realistic. We live in an informational kind of age, so I don't even have to be a rapper. I could just be posting certain shit on my fucking page, and quote unquote police, you know what I'm saying, and for them to take that too. I'm gonna take the definition of Professor Gribb from Public Enemy. Hip hop stands for higher infinite power, healing our people. That's what hip hop stands for. So if they gonna police that, then that should tell you exactly who these motherfuckers is. And the way we do anything is the way we do everything. It translates across societies, all of that shit. We know what's really fucking going on, but we scared to say it. I'm not scared to say it. I can't lose shit else. It's gone already. I can't lose nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's just this mortality bullshit. But even then, that's why I'm going as hard as I'm going, because I know I'm not just speaking for myself. It's not just me that's going through this. You can take me, but it'll be 1,000 motherfuckers just like me that's coming right behind me, because they've been championing the shit the whole time. So it'll never stop. It'll never stop until this war is won, until this psychological spiritual warfare is done and over with. You know what I'm saying? So no, I have no fucking fear of no hip hop police, no jealous ass niggas, no hoe ass bitches, and none of that shit. They could do whatever. They could all eat a dick up. Fuck them. Shit. They ain't stopped making guns when they made them motherfuckers, and none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about no badges or no professionalism, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree. But I will add this though. You gotta still be able to have a balance to the point where you're not just having the youth or people that's following you just haphazardly jumping off into shit because they think that is revolutionary. You know, you still got to have a brain. You know, I can't just move recklessly like that because it's counterproductive. I'd be shooting myself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? But so I make sure that what it is, the actions that I take are still by the book because there is a law system in place, right? So it's like I can't just necessarily do certain shit. I can't be around certain people. I can't indulge in certain shit. So it's like that. You still got to be smart. But as far as the fear part, or ain't no such thing as too real in this fake ass society that we live in, where it's, I want to look like I'm winning instead of actually putting the work in to win. And you got all from BBL bitches to the BBL drizzy. This motherfucker is fake. It's all holographic. It's all fake. It's all imagery type shit. I feel as though shit just. It is a threat to tell the truth in a society, in a social order like that. It is a threat, but somebody gotta fucking say something. At what point do somebody say something? Yeah.
So I feel like this might be almost a repeat question, but we kind of talked about it a little backstage, and it seemed to definitely light a spark. So let's assume one of your fans, aka haters, is watching this show right now. What do you have to say to them, and how do you address them in general?
Well, there's two kinds. I see both of you, and it's two kinds. It's the one that be smiling in your motherfucking face, and I swear to God, I swear to God, because I live in Shattering, right? And I've been here for a minute. And I ain't afraid to say this shit. I ain't ducking no smoke. I'm sorry. I'm not just being I'm not being provocative. Shit is happening to me. So I'm responding. I'm you know what I mean, to the shit. You got two types of these haters. There's some that don't fucking know shit about me, but they go off of what another motherfucker done told them, right? And so if you're not gonna ask me, but you choose to believe it, don't bother coming over here to ask me. Stay the fuck over there. Stay on that side, dog. But if you do know me, but you want to go with, and you know my character, you know how I've been carrying myself, all of that, but you still choose to go with the status quo because you're afraid of whatever consequences, because I'm standing up for what's right, but you a bitch and you a coward and you won't stand the fuck up and say what you know is right in your heart, when you know I've done it for you too. I have more of a personal vendetta with that. Don't shake my hand. And when I see you in traffic, it's like that. Yes, very much so. I ain't no gang member or none of that shit. I'm a man first. I'm a grown ass fucking man. And I done had to deal with a bunch of shit, fighting for my motherfucking freedom, custody of my kids, all kind of old shit for over this. So when I talk loud. And I'm going to speak the truth. I ain't ashamed of it. I can wear my flaws. I can wear my heart on my motherfucking sleeve. I ain't ashamed of shit. I don't feel guilty about shit. Fuck all you motherfuckers. It's zone shit. It's big zone till I die. Fuck you, nigga. Period. And if you want something, I swear for Lord. I swear, look, never mind. Go ahead. Shout out to Pro, bro. Shout out to Plex, big dog. Straight up and down. Shout out DG. Shout out to the zone, bro. The whole zone. Shout out EA. Shout out Tiz, man. Happy birthday to the big dog, bro. Straight up and down, man. Shout out Shorty, bro. RIP Mailman. RIP Dirty, dog. RIP Auntie Nick, cuz. Like, I'm standing for real ones, bro. Like, my whole family, man. Everybody. We all know that. Nigga, this is how we grew up. This is wired in me to be this way. So when you run into a nigga like me and I'm calm and I'm cool and I'm straight, you know what I'm saying? Leave me the fuck alone. You feel me? And so that don't mean I'm just out here wilding, woo wop. But when it's like that, it's like that. And trust when I tell you, I know motherfuckers' names. I know their faces. The whole shit. If I really wanted to, I could. But I ain't on that type of time. Just stop fucking playing in my face. That's all. That's all I want to say about that. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know me, it's like whatever, man. They just going off of whatever the fuck they heard. I ain't stunning that shit. Whatever.
Hell
Just
yeah.
the difference between jealousy and envy. A jealous motherfucker just they see something that you got and they want it. An envious motherfucker is somebody that's close to you that know you done spend some time with you and they trying to make you an ass that. You know what I'm saying? No diddy.
That's
But I'm
true
gonna just
shit.
stop it right there.
Well, it's funny because I hear all the time that the only time anyone is literally going to hate you is because they're jealous of something that you're doing. Otherwise, they have no reason, you know. So anytime you have a hater, no matter who you are, in any whether it
Yeah.
be music in any aspect of your life, if someone's hating on you, it's more than likely because you have something they're jealous of. You doing something.
That's fact. That's big facts. Like misery love company. They love company. I just ain't, you know, honestly, I be ducked off, bro. Like I'm really I'm really if left alone, just a cool, calm, collective person. I'm actually an intellect. I'm actually a nerd. I would rather read and just, you know what I'm saying, just fucking eat my little cucumbers and shit. Don't diddy like just they're sliced. Fuck y'all. They're sliced cucumbers. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather eat my little fruits and veggies and shit. I'd rather plant and shit and just, play with my kids and live my life. You know what I mean? Just study and stay, conscious and aware of what's going on and shit to teach my kids. But I've been called to do what I'm doing. I've been called to say the things that I have to say. And because ain't nobody else finna fight for you like you gonna fight for yourself. You have to stand up. And who the fuck am I to tell my kids to stand up and protect yourself if I myself don't do it? I gotta lead by example. I'm the man of this house. I'm the leader of this house. I have this family. I have to do that. And I'll be damned if you come and try to discredit or take away anything I fucking built after all the sacrifice, all the struggling, the suffering, the pain, the misery, the all of that. I beat that shit, and here you come with a fucking opinion? Sorry. Nah. My young niggas might get to you first.
I love your energy, man. Straight up, real shit. So, in your opinion, what is one of the hardest obstacles you've had to overcome as an artist?
Referring to the question I was asked earlier by a guy from Twitch, uh, you know, I wouldn't be human if I didn't admit that, a lot of the shit that I do right it can have potential consequences. You know what I mean? And so it was like from that to, dropping names to going certain places, the obstacles that you have for real on the physical tip, it's like geographical. Like you could be a rapper that just only talk about partying and bitches. You could be a rapper that talk about conscious shit, but you a rapper nonetheless. In certain places you go, if people notice you a rapper, nigga, one of the in no other genre have more artists died in consecutively, one after the motherfucking other. If you draw it all the way back to like 2019, so you gotta really protect yourself. You gotta really watch how you moving, and that's after you done made the song already. You know what I'm saying? And if you get any type of notoriety and shit, it's akin to that. That's why I can't show fear in that regard. I just have to dot all my I's and cross all my T's. I pray to God every day, you know what I'm saying? But what's gonna happen is just gonna happen regardless. So but the other part to that is certain songs are really hard to perform. Certain songs are really hard to write. Because as an artist, you really have to be this vessel. And when you tap into those Akashic records and that the etheric realm, when you start tapping into it and start getting those downloads, and it's like, I gotta say this. Yeah, you gotta say it. You're the vessel. It's tough to say that for the people who deal with unaliving them, wanting to unalive themselves, depression and anxiety, distress. And then you come along and you feel that. I've actually beat that and conquered that just this year. I went through that. And because of the things that I had to go through in my personal life, you can't put all your business out there, so nobody really know what the fuck knowledge is going through unless knowledge say it. And I got too big of a fucking mouth for anybody to suspect that, damn, I didn't know it was like that. But yeah, it was like that. You know what I mean? And that's one of the challenges, one of the biggest challenges, honestly. And or this is literally the only reason I'm still here. You know, because I have to say it. I gotta catch it, feel that shit, and I gotta release it. I gotta let that go. You know, and it's hard sometimes. You know, you don't want people to look at you like you're so vulnerable. You don't want to give people ammo to attack you. You don't want to You don't want people to get the wrong perception of you. Because I have ration, I have logic. Um, I do. I can have a conversation. I can sit down. We can still be diplomatic about it. But if you turn up, I'm turning up too. I'll show you how to fucking turn up if that's what we're doing. But it all depends. It depends on who's sitting across from you with that energy. But
Mm-hmm.
as those challenges are they always gonna be there. So you got to get comfortable with them. If you're an artist, if you're an up and coming artist, you definitely gonna have to put that shit in the archives and keep that in the back of your mind, because that's gonna always be a challenge. Perception is reality. Don't put yourself in a box and say that I'm this artist and I'm that artist. Don't do that. You limiting yourself. And also don't allow those outside opinions to push your pen for you. You have to turn that off. Really dig deep. I heard the rapper Scarface said, "You're not really writing until you start crying when you're writing it." You know what I'm saying? That's some deep shit, because when you start doing that shit translates. You know what I'm saying? It resonates with so many people. So I'm sticking close to that, and let the chips fall where they may.
Amen. So, what are some of your own strategies and ways to grow, or in other words, your 5-year plan?
Shit. Once I get past what I'm getting past right now, it's definitely to stockpile as much music as possible, own all the music, and release it in such a way where, and of course you got to own all of it. You got to go through all of the paperwork, all of that shit. My 5 years, and I still see myself with Gilded Realm in 5 years. I still see myself on this own shit in 5 years. It's building this brand. That's literally what it is. You know what I mean? It's to take the day jobs that we have to work and replacing them with with doing what it is that we love to do. I can if you work at a pizza place and you got to make 10-20 pizzas, and you did all of that in an hour, each and every fucking pizza is gonna be $15 type shit. If you and you don't get that money, all you got in that same hour was like $10.50. You got like $10.50 in that 1 hour after all them pieces and all that money just went through your hand. Versus if you was on the street doing that, if you was able to facilitate a way to produce that much, if you could produce that much and make this much money for the entity or corporation that you are working for, you could do that for yourself too. You know what I mean? So this is what Gilded Realm is about. This is what the Zone shit is about, and that's my 5-year plan as far as that. It's owning my own home. Is I want to have more kids and shit like that, but that's a whole nother story for another time and shit. But just bossing up. You know what I'm saying? That's it. All money in, and just shedding this getting far away from this bullshit is as far as I possibly can. Cause they trying to stifle me and shit. Trying to
Hell
stop the
yeah.
niggas being.
So let's get into some of these big dreams you got here. I want to know about them. If you had the opportunity to work with anyone, dead or alive, who would you want to work with?
Oh, Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Lauryn Hill, Tupac, of course Biggie. I would love to work with Bone Thugs. I would love to work with Nipsey Hussle. Oh, I would love to work with Pimp C. Did y'all know that Pimp C was so musical the way he is? Like, oh my God, I would love to do that. Um, let me see. I would love to do work with Lupe Fiasco. I would love to do some shit with Royce the 5'9". Let me see. You know what else I'd like to do too? They don't do this no more, but maybe I remember when I was real little, right? They used to have this shit in the hip hop community or whatever when shit was like leaning more so toward consciousness and shit. And they had this song by Boogie Down Productions, KRS-One and them dudes. And it was called Self-Destruction, where they took all of these artists and they put them together on this like stop the violence movement and shit. And then on the West Coast, they had like the West Coast All Stars with all of these dudes like MC Hammer, NWA, and all of this shit. And they was like, we all in the same gang and shit. I have not seen not one motherfucker, and don't y'all take my idea too and shit. It's like, but I could put such a spin on that. Like it ain't gonna sound like no We Are the World type shit. It's like, oh, that's so it's just like cause people don't love each other these days. They don't love themselves in this motherfucker. Like, but if you could get the intellects together, like, and like if you could get like a Mos Def, Immortal Technique, a Lupe Fiasco in the same room and on the same fucking track and really like walk some shit down, like, oh my fucking God. Can you imagine the fucking bars or King Los with that shit? Can you imagine the fucking bars that will come out of that shit? Like, but yeah, I just be
You're
dreaming and shit.
No, you're absolutely right. You know, that type of thing doesn't happen in music, at least not, maybe not the music I listen to, I don't know, but like there's Strange collaborates all the time, but it's a different from what you were saying. Like you get the actual some of these real big name people who are intellectually woke and get them together on some hyper we are the world type
Yeah,
shit and just see what happens. And
yeah.
you're right, man, that's gonna
Look, they do it all
fucking
the
blow
time.
people's mind.
They do it all the time with putting a bunch of artists together when it comes to violence, when it comes to sex, when it comes to drugs. They do it all the fucking time. We don't bat an eye. We be like, yo, that's hard. These artists done collaborated, whoop-de-wop. And it's so nothing against that. I'm not saying I'm against that, but you
Where's
know
the
what I mean?
positive?
Like,
Where's the flip side? You know?
yeah, the balance. I like the balance, man. I just man, I'm maybe I'm biased. But the 90s got it, bro. Like it was just so much versatility in there. Now you had some bullshit out there, sure. It's the whoop, there it is, and all of that shit. Yes, we had our bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? but but we still had some shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The artists today they just keep doing remakes of shit. Even with
Mm-hmm.
movies. They just it's like
Yep.
we're losing our ability to be original and have original thought and talent. It's just talent is supposed to come from God, supposed to come from source, the universe. You get that from source. You know what I mean? Like shit.
Hell yeah, I agree with
I'm
you
holding on to
100%.
talent.
No,
Straight
but
up.
there's nothing. Everything that's been done has been done before. It seems like no one, like you said, no one can be original. Let's make 20 more Jurassic Parks, and because we can't think of anything new, so
Yeah.
let's just yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get it, man. We like bottomed out as a race, if you
Yeah.
ask me.
Ah, shit. That's a whole story for another time. You know what would have really fucked them up with the Jurassic Park franchise? Is if they actually flipped it. If they actually flipped the shit on his head.
So I see
Start talking
it's
about
not.
reptilians and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If they start doing shit like that, the reptilians are starting to get pissed off that they fucking with they. You know what I'm saying? If
It's
that would have flipped
funny.
it on it.
It's so funny you say that because I literally seen a meme yesterday. Someone had posted, the year is 20 fucking 46 or something. The dinosaurs run the planet and find a mosquito with human DNA in it and recreate. It's all fucking AI. It's it was a joke. Fucking complete ass backwards. Dinosaurs recreate fucking human shit. Like that's where we
Hey,
are.
straight up. Straight up and down, man. Shit. Art imitates life. It's like I think that's the beauty of the internet and us being able to connect to one another is we can share those ideas. We can share so many different things. I'm actually writing. Well, man, I guess I could talk about that. I'm writing some scripts. It's just some scripts. Writing some shit, and it's geared towards stuff like that. And you can't imagine how much information I'm able to get. All you gotta do is just swipe up reels and shit. It's like, damn, I ain't know that. From science to metaphysics to anatomy, biology to just all these different facets, history, geography, all of these different just components and things of society that could just like we could really utilize. A lot of my daughter was just telling me the other day she really didn't see the point of going to school. And I can't say that I disagree, honey, but it's teaching you what to think, not how to think. It's teaching you how to retain information, whether it's the wrong information or the right information.
Hmm.
So
I
you
feel you.
use that, and when you get home, because it'll contradict what I tell her definitely will, or what they tell her will contradict what it is I'm teaching her at home. And because I've been having my baby watch Malcolm X and all of these different people that went like freedom fighters. You've been watching them since she was 2. My baby know who these people you know. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. I don't want to go off too far.
All right. Let's bring it back around here. So, have you had the opportunity to perform out of state?
Yes, you mean outside of this state or
Yeah, I
outside
guess
of?
that's kind of a loaded question because you have told us you've been a few places. So, out of the few places you have performed, do you have a favorite venue that you've been to? Oh, we just lost him. Straight up out of nowhere, just disappeared. No warning. Yeah. Yeah, like legit, just there was not even a glitch. He just disappeared. We'll give him a minute again. Don't worry, guys. We're not going to just end the show all abruptly. And I do want to get to your question, Rob, because that's funny. Not really funny, but it's an interesting question. And while I am reading through, I absolutely register my music through ASCAP, however you say that. I'm on that site. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I appreciate all you guys. Jeremy, thank you for tuning in. Cody, whoever else I missed in here. Gotta scroll up a ways. He might be on a cell phone, but I'm on a cell phone too. So, just saying. I'm not gonna lie, I'm on like 6 devices. I missed it here. Gotta scroll up a ways. I don't know. I unmuted myself. That was weird. Shut up. But yeah, I'm on like 6 devices, so let's be real here. Is it hot in this bitch? Is it hot where you guys are? There we go. And we back.
Damn. I'm sorry, y'all. They like fucking. This never happens. Like I know that's cliche to say, but this almost never happens. This never happens. I promise. Listen.
Hey, we
Anyway,
ain't
what was?
gonna. No, we
Oh,
ain't gonna let them
yeah.
silence you, man. We gotta keep going. Fuck them. But
Fuck it.
yeah. Do you have a favorite venue out of the places you've had the opportunity to visit so far?
Um.
Oh no, not again. Huh? Mm-hmm. Again. So, has anybody noticed anything different about the location today? It's kind of not my location. I don't know if anyone noticed. I was gonna make a little thing out of it, but to those watching, I guess you guys are always gonna be the first to know. So, little tip for those who get to watch Hype AF podcast: you're always gonna be the first in the know. So, we are literally streaming from a new to us RV. So, movement has been made. Dudley is parked right in front of us. We are literally in the process of moving, or I would show you around, but it's a damn mess in this bitch right now. So once we get that figured out, I will give you guys all a tour, but we are officially rehomed, I guess. And if you know anyone in the market for an RV that's a hunk of junk, but just needs a transmission and won't be a hunk of junk, let me know because I'm selling one for give me your best offer. I'm asking anywhere. I'm asking 2 grand, but I am absolutely willing to haggle with anyone. So hit me up if you know anyone in the market for a vehicle. My Dudley. And welcome to the new Dudley Jr. Let me give him a couple more minutes here. Do you think so, Rob? That's crazy. I've never actually seen or personally been affected by a shadow ban. Yeah, it's a new to us RV, but it's a 94 something or other. So it's not new, but to us it's definitely an upgrade. And like I said, trust me, you guys will I'll take you all for a tour and a view and a whole rundown, not on Homeboys podcast. Yes, that is what she said, but honest to God, dude, there was never going to be any other option. It was always Dudley too. Actually, is kind of fun. The people we bought it from, I asked if for some weird reason they had a name for it, and they actually, I'm not the only weirdo out there who names my RV. So this one was previously named Glamping Glenda for obvious reasons. We're sticking with Dudley Jr. All right, I don't know. It's been a minute now. And thank you, Rob, because guess what's in my email? I have a set from Cameron J. Thank you, Cameron, if you're still on here. I doubt it, but thank you, sir. And if I had it before, I apologize. I haven't looked at my phone in a hot minute. I just jumped on here to do this podcast. All right, let me try again. All right, we got you back. They're really jacking with you, man.
They fucking with me, man. They fucking with me, man. The revolution will not be televised, everybody. I love you thank you for all your support and all that shit. Zone shit. Big old Coated and Gold, Gilded Rail Records. Shout out to Pro, shout out to Plex, shout out to Cypher, shout out to Will Holiday, shout out to DG, all my niggas, Prophet Marley and all that shit. D Lyric, Versatile, Mafia, Optimistic Keith, EA, Tezo, motherfucking Trailblaze. Happy birthday, Mike. I love you, mama. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nanas and all of that shit. If they cut me off this motherfucker again, just look for the goddamn EP, Prodigal Son. It's already out. It's been rolling out. I still got a few more songs I'm putting out, and I'm rolling this shit out. Boom.
Fuck yeah, man. And just before, in case they do cut you off again, let them know exactly all your social media handles where they can find you. Damn it! Again! Man, I believe you, man. They are totally trying to keep this guy off the freaking internet. That's insane. I don't believe it. I've never had technical difficulties on StreamYard. Don't work like this. It glitches. They come in and out. He's getting straight cut off. So that is some crazy shit. I'm not even going to lie. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, like if it was a connection error, his audio, his video would cut out. I'd be getting messages on my end. So this is some fucking weird shit. So what I think I might do, because we've had a long show, but I didn't even get to go through half my questions. So for those watching, and Knowledge, if you're watching, I will message this to you privately. But if you're catching this now, my plan is, I think I'm going to do this again with you, but I'm going to pre-record it and we will stream it that way. So it will not be live. To anyone in the stream, if you guys want to get some questions to ask, please jot those down, send them over to me in message. I will ask him your guys' questions. But like I said, we're going to redo this again, but I'm going to do it pre-recorded so that he doesn't get cut off like this. So as he said a couple times, the system, and we will redo this show. I will give you all the updates and Knowledge. I will reach out to you in message and have this conversation with you. Otherwise, I really appreciate everyone who tuned in, stuck through all of this weird, crazy stuff we're going through. Shout out to every single one of you. We have another show next weekend, or if I get this pre-recorded before then, we'll have this up. But if not, go sub my YouTube channel, turn on the notifications so you don't ever miss a stream. And thank you guys for coming. I will be back at you. As always, throw down some stars if you like the show and want to donate. It's not required, but it's appreciated. And still, because of the RV situation, donations made will not be going to the podcast just for the time being. We need to catch up on, life and bills and continuing to ensure that we are not homeless. We are not homeless, but we now have a massive bill over our head that any contributions would absolutely be so beneficial. And to those who have donated already, you guys freaking rock, and you are the only reason any of this has happened. So fucking thank you for keeping Wifey and I off the street. Much fucking love. Go hit those subs, hit those likes, share this bitch out, and we will see you again with another episode of Hype next week, and we will bring this episode back to you in full with no cuts, pre-recorded ASAP. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Mad Whack out. As soon as I hit my end screen.